Tai Hang in Causeway Bay. And I don't know if my hands are shaking, but I'm super nervous because this is my first time ever doing anything like this. And I've been thinking for a while that I would really like to do some streaming. Partly because the thought of doing this makes me feel really nervous. So I kind of want to face that. And the reason that I decided to do a stream, walking around like this, is I've been living here in Hong Kong for quite a while. And I remember when I first came here, years ago, my first time visiting Hong Kong. I remember being in awe, walking around. I come from a fairly small town in the UK, and arriving in Hong Kong, I literally would walk around. I would walk around staring above me at all of these tall buildings. I think that the tallest building in my hometown would be the church. It would have been the spire of the church. So coming to Hong Kong and there being skyscrapers everywhere and it being a super busy place and a modern Asian city. Yeah, it was a lot to take in, and over the years I've kind of lost that sense of awe or wonder or whatever it was, and things started to feel normal. I stopped looking up. So I wanted to make a stream where I could wander around and try to take things in a different way, and try to look at Hong Kong with fresh eyes. So this area that I'm wandering around right now is called Tai Hang. And it's right around the back of Hong Kong Central Library near Causeway Bay. And it's a place that is kind of hidden away. There's a sense in Hong Kong that most places that are worth living are near the MTR. So it's a very noisy, place to be right now. Yeah, there is this sense that anywhere that's worth living is near a station. And this is not that far away from Causeway Bay or Tin House stations, but it's quite an interesting place with a lot of character. And I haven't spent much time near here, but wandering around, I think it would be an interesting place to live. There's a lot of low-rise older buildings here that have been modernized. I mean, you can see what the buildings would look like, without the paint job. And there's a lot of, oh, hello, look at you, you're beautiful. I'm going to stream you to the world. I don't know who this is, but wow, they're gorgeous. I'm not sure if it's okay to take pictures of people's pets. A lot of shops nowadays have got these thermometers in the door. And sorry, I just want to see you again. I don't care about thermometers. Look at you. I'm so glad that nobody's watching this right now. I can I can talk to myself quite happily. So yeah, this area has a lot of character, he says, as he walks to a corner that seems to have nothing in it. And I wonder what it would be like to live here. I mean, you're so close to the heart of Causeway, the heart of Hong Kong, in my mind, which is Causeway Bay. And you've got these, you know, very modern high-rise. This is a residential building right here. And then right over here, we have garages. It's great. So I'm gonna wander back in the general direction of Causeway Bay. I was wondering about the morality of doing live streams like this. I've been watching a lot of them. One of my favorites is Only in Japan, done by a gentleman named John, who travels around different parts of Japan and introduces the place to whoever wants to watch. And yeah, I was thinking about it, because you are literally recording people. So if I get too close to them, perhaps I should change back to myself so you can see my ugly mug. It's probably a good idea. So I don't want to scare you too much. Oh, now I'm trying to change the camera right now. This is my first time using this software, so please wait a moment while I get to where I'm supposed to be. There we go. So yeah, you can see that kind of in the periphery of this area, there's so many tall buildings, but then I think all of the buildings in the middle are, you know, what in Hong Kong would be considered low-rise. In my hometown, that would be a tall building. I can see the viewer count and there is nobody watching. This is amazing. I feel so much more comfortable. As I was setting up this stream, hold on, my wife just sent me a message. Should I send her a link so she can watch what I'm doing? I could get one view. I'm too nervous to even send a link to this video to my family right now. As I was, wow, that air conditioner over there is a little bit worse for wear. As I was setting up this stream, as in typing in the name of it, you know, I had to put all the information into YouTube and get it ready. And as I was setting this up, I started shaking. So, oh goodness me, somebody's watching. And I suddenly don't know what to say. It could be my wife or my son. Hi there. Hi there. I'm walking towards Hong Kong Central Library from Tai Hang and trying to find somewhere to cross the road. And I suddenly don't know what to say. Yeah, this is such a nice area and it's got a lot of character. It really has. And as we're about to find out, it is not that far away from Causeway Bay. I think I should hide the viewer count because this is oh, I can't even do it. Okay, next time I do one of these videos, I'm gonna hide the viewer count because I can see the one person who is watching me right now. Somebody's Tesla. There's a whole lot of Teslas in Hong Kong. Now you can see the name of this road. One thing that's quite interesting in Hong Kong is that every single street name has got a Chinese and an English street name, but they often don't match up. So this one is Tong Lo Wan Road in English, and the Chinese is Tong Lo Wan Do. But if you say Tong Lo Wan in Chinese, that means Causeway Bay. So I don't know why it is not called Causeway Bay Road. I think there's another road somewhere nearby that is actually called Causeway Road, and it has a different name in Chinese again. I wonder who's watching this. Can I see the chat? There is nobody in the chat right now, but I can see that there's one viewer, and it scares me. I'm gonna have to stop looking at that view count. Okay, so this is kind of the edge of Tai Hang. There is Tai Hang Bar and Grill over the other side of the road, and then just around the corner you can maybe see it. You'll see it in a second. We're about to find Hong Kong Central Library. There we go. Look at that. It's beautiful. I used to go to Hong Kong Central Library all the time, mainly to borrow their Wi-Fi. I remember back in the day I had my notebook computer, and there were very few places where you could get online. Certainly, actually no, I'm lying to you. I'm lying. I used to go there to borrow their wired internet connection. Hello, whoever's watching this. I used to go there and find myself a desk and plug myself in and use the internet for free. I would sometimes read books there as well, but not a lot. I'm hoping there's a way to cut through over here. I'm not sure why, but Hong Kong has the noisiest buses. Okay, the gates are both open here. So yeah, we can cut through here to go to Hong Kong Central Library. And there's nobody playing these days. There's not that many people around. This is thanks to the coronavirus that we're all living through. Most of these sports grounds are empty. I'm not even sure whether you're allowed to play sports here anymore. There used to be some volleyball courts here. I'm not sure if they're going to put them back. There's a green over the other side, and I think there's a running track over there. But yeah, this is a sight to see. I'm not going to go inside because I don't know whether we're allowed to live stream from inside the library. I certainly wouldn't be able to talk in there. So I'm just gonna take a wander around the back. Whoever the person is who is watching this stream, thank you very much. Hi, Jessie. Jessie! Are you my Jessie? I can see Jessie saying hi in the comments. If you're my Jessie, please say something. I do know a Jessie Wong. It might not be you. So I'm just gonna head out over here. Hey Jessie, it's lovely to see you. I'm live streaming for the first time ever, and I am so nervous, and I'm so happy that you are the one person watching this. I haven't seen you in ages. How are you? So this is the front of the library. Oh, this is really cute. That's so nice. Okay, so now we're getting to the busy part of Causeway Bay. Well, it's going to be busy soon. Someone enjoying the sun right there. So the library is over here. Hold on a second. I don't know how shaky my hands are right now either. There you go. Hong Kong Central Library, which is not in Central. So I'm going to go across the bridge so that you can see what that's like. Hi there. So I watch a lot of these videos of people walking around in Japan, and they just walk around and take videos of everything and everyone, and I wonder, do people get angry if you're recording in public? I mean, is someone going to come up to me and tell me to stop recording? I mean, that's the reason why I'm not going into a central library. But I'm just wondering, am I going to get into trouble? I'm going to be very careful not to record people too close. Oh, there you go. That's that sports ground that I was talking about, right next to the library. So there's a football field, and there's a track down there as well. And over there, the famous Hong Kong trams. This one is telling us to travel to Korea, I think. Well, to buy Korean food. We can't travel to Korea these days, unfortunately. Here we've got someone racing a tram on a bicycle. And being honked at by the tram driver. Okay. So over here on the other side of the road we have Victoria Park, and there's these large playing fields here, and depending on who you ask, it can hold thousands of people, tens of thousands. So they often have like they have a flower market here at the at Chinese New Year. Right now it's just this big empty space. There is a park proper behind those trees. And there you can see Queen Victoria. I guess we could go and have a closer look at her. Jesse, are you watching this by yourself, or have you got the whole family watching me as well? Hold on, you shouldn't be looking at me. You should be being... Oh, we just lost it. That was quite a nice view for a second. Oh, Jessie says it's only you. That makes me slightly less nervous. I think if the rest of the family here were here, I would be shaking a little bit more than I am. Okay, this is the entrance to Victoria Park. You're playing with your sister, okay. And here is Queen Victoria herself. I think the park was named back in the day when everything was named after Queen Victoria. Statue of Queen Victoria. In 1887, the Hong Kong government commissioned a statue of Queen Victoria to be cast in England. So, like me, this is far from home. To commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Queen's ascension to the throne. Upon its completion in 1890, the statue was exhibited in London before being sent to Hong Kong. In 1896, the statue was erected on the newly claimed land in the Central. Oh, the site is now Statue Square. I thought that for a while. I remember, you know, you have facts in your, in the back of your mind and you're not sure whether they're true or not. I do remember someone saying that this statue used to be in Central. With the unveiling ceremony held on the 28th of May the same year. The statue was shipped out of Hong Kong during the Japanese occupation from 1941 to 1945 and was returned after the end of the war. Following the completion of restoration works in 1952, the statue was relocated to Victoria Park in 1955. So they managed to get the statue out even if they didn't manage to get all the people out. Okay, I'm gonna head over here. You can see Causeway Bay in the distance. What time is it? I've got to pick up the pace a little bit here. I have an appointment later. Actually, I'm gonna go this way because I'm looking over there and I'm seeing a whole lot of boring. It's a playing field. So I'm gonna walk over this way to show you the other side of Victoria Park. Hi Ethan! Oh my god, I've got 2 viewers now. This is really scary. I'm glad all the viewers are people that I know though. Are you having a good day, Ethan? Fortunately, bye Ethan. Just popped in for a second. Fortunately, because it's coronavirus season, I don't have to show my face, or at least not all of it. Take care, Ethan. I hope you're having a really nice day. Okay. Sugar Street? Yes, please. Let's see where we're going to go. We're going to head that way. There you go. That was what I was talking about before. Causeway Road. So that's Causeway Do. Causeway Road. So Tong Lo Wan Do is Tong Lo Wan Road. Causeway is Causeway Road, but Tonglo Wan is Causeway Bay. It does make sense. You can see over here, I mean, there are some more nice areas that you could walk around. They've got sitting areas, and there's a walking path here. What do they call it? I'm going to call it a walking path. For people who want to do a little bit of exercise. Jogging only. I'm not sure that's jogging. And this is much more like the parks that I'm used to in the UK now. There's a whole lot of parks in Hong Kong where you're not allowed to walk on the grass. I'm hoping we're allowed to walk on this grass. It looks like we are. Yeah, I'm not going to take videos of people's kids. That gets you into trouble. And I'm hoping there's a way out somewhere over here. I can't see one. Okay, I'm guessing there's a way out over here by that gentleman doing squats. I'm just going to change this back to me while I'm walking past people's children.
If you want to go to the sunshine, wear your cup. If you want to go to the sunshine.
This is really nice, and it's a lovely day today. Hong Kong can become really hot in the summer, and it's just starting to cool down enough that you can walk around comfortably. The little button for changing the camera is right next to the camera, so I'm sorry if I keep sticking my thumb in front of the screen. And we are back on the path. Okay, so we are very near Causeway Bay. Over there, that's Windsor House. It's a big shopping mall at the bottom of it. And I can't remember the name of this hotel, Park Lane. And I wonder what the occupancy is like right now. No one is able to travel to Hong Kong. Although there has been some talk of making what they call a travel bubble, where people from, I think they're talking about Singapore, or from other places where the coronavirus is largely under control, that people from those places would be able to visit here. But I don't know when that will take effect. And I'm going to try and find somewhere to cross this road. I think I'm going to head round. Oh, goodness me. It looks like it's a little bit too far in either direction. Okay, I'm going to have to go this way. Sorry if it's a little bit noisy. I hope that ambulance gets to wherever it needs to be as soon as possible. I'm going to mute the mic for a second just in case it's too noisy. the ambulance has gone on its way. If I find that we're passing people too closely, I might change back to the selfie camera and let you see me again. So that's Windsor House that I was just talking about. And you can see over here there's the HSBC, and because of all of the civil unrest from last year, a lot of banks and also a lot of companies that were seen to be supporting one side or the other were being targeted by protesters. So there's a whole lot of banks around here that have these boards up on the outside to protect the glass, I guess. Hold on a sec. That is the worst way possible to explain that, isn't it? But yeah, you'll notice that there are a lot of businesses that that have these boards on the outside. A lot of China-related businesses. So you see some shops that are owned by Chinese companies or Chinese bosses, and they will have these boards on the outside like this as well. And over here we have that most amazing of places, IKEA. There's a basement IKEA here. I think there's 2 floors in the basement. I'm going to change this back to a selfie thing. What's up, Jesse? It's starting to get a little bit more crowded around here. A lot of places are selling masks. I mean, this is a telephone shop and they're selling masks too. I remember when I first came to Hong Kong, seeing like bamboo scaffolding like this. It was insane to me, because you know, in the UK scaffolding is metal. But in Hong Kong, yeah, they use so much bamboo scaffolding. I'm not sure if they use it a lot in other places in Asia. I've traveled to Taiwan and I don't remember seeing bamboo scaffolding like this. But you see it all the time in Hong Kong. Okay, this is Paterson Street, and I used to live here. Well, I stayed here when I first visited Hong Kong, way back, many years ago. And it's changed a little bit. There's a lot more kind of expensive stores here, a lot more like jewelry shops and brand name stores. But there's one thing here that is wonderful. And you might be able to see it in the distance over there. I'm gonna rush through. Don Don Donki. We have Don Quixote in Hong Kong now. And this used to be an HMV years ago. There was a 3 or 4 floor HMV here. And now it's Don Quixote. Don Quixote is a Japanese discount brand. And they've got a few stores in Hong Kong now. They've got one in Tsim Sha Tsui. You can buy so much cool junk there, it's amazing. So yeah, this is the street that I used to live on. I used to live in one of those buildings over on the other side. And I was lucky enough that back then a friend of mine had a place on this street, and he invited me to stay there while I was in Hong Kong. So I was really in the heart of it. And again, this has changed a lot as well. I mean, these days when you look upstairs, you can see so many different shops and gyms and hair salons and things. And when I lived here, it was houses, right? This was where people used to live. And I don't know whether you still can. There used to be a shortcut where you could go down a back alley here and get to the MTR station. Bye, Jesse. I'll speak to you next time. Take care. I'm just going to go over here. But I mean, Causeway Bay has always been a nice area, don't get me wrong. It's not like all the brand names have suddenly moved in. Now this is a really nice street. In the evening when they turn on all these lights, it's so pretty. They have a Lady M here, a cake shop. And yeah, it's a really nice place with alfresco dining, and it's a cool place to hang if you've got the money. A lot of these places are really expensive. But yeah, if you came here in the evening, it would be a really nice place to have a romantic meal, or just to hang out with friends. It's lovely. Now I'm going to head back out towards Paterson Street. No, I haven't walked around here in quite a while. So yes, this is the building that I used to live in. And oh no, this has changed as well. So there used to be, I'm just gonna come back to me. There used to be a little restaurant around the back of the building that I lived in. And it was a local Hong Kong style restaurant. Oh no way, it's changed. So it's a Japanese place now, I guess. I'm not sure if they're still in business. It looks very dark. But this used to be like a local Hong Kong diner. Is it okay to take a video of that guy? It used to be a local Hong Kong diner, and it is where I discovered Hong Kong style French toast. Oh wow, this might be... Now, I don't know for sure, but this name sounds very familiar, and I wonder if this is what that place used to be. So I'm gonna have to check that out. I don't know. But this is, it's one of these quite nostalgic places, I guess. It's really nice. And there's a lot of these popping up. The Chinese name here, Bing Sat, you see that quite a lot these days in some more kind of, in some restaurants that are trying to capture that, 1960s, 50s, 60s, 70s vibe. This is really nice. Now looking over here, there's a lot of space where there used to be a building. This used to be the Excelsior Hotel. And it's gone. This was an iconic hotel right on the harbour front in Hong Kong, and I'm not sure what they're going to build in its place. Hey, I'm not even sure I can squeeze through this gap. Now over the other side of here, you can see the harbour. And yeah, this is a building site now. It's all gone. So if you haven't been to Hong Kong in a long time, oh, beware of workers. I think they're dangerous. Although looking at that those accident statistics, nobody's getting hurt, so they can't be that dangerous. Wait, are these even real? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if these are real or not. So yes, the Excelsior Hotel is now gone. What isn't gone is the World Trade Center, which is a shopping mall here. But it is rather empty. I went in there the other day, and a lot of the shops are boarded up, and I don't know whether they're going to do any renovation there, or if it's to do with the coronavirus and not having as much business as they used to. But yeah, about half of the shops were closed. You can see here, Causeway Bay is, you know, under ordinary circumstances, Causeway Bay is a prime place to be renting your shop. And a lot of places are empty now. Okay then, so that's walking around like the seafront side of Causeway Bay. I'm going to head back towards the train station because I have to be somewhere. I mean, Causeway Bay's noisy and it can be busy. I mean, it doesn't look it right now, but it can be very busy. But it's a really lively place. He says as he walks past a shop that's been boarded up. I think this was Choi Wah restaurant. It is. There you go. This is Choi Wah restaurant. And this is, you know, one of the most popular local style restaurants in Hong Kong. And they've closed down a few stores recently. I don't know if it's a flagship store, but there's a large store in Central near Lang Kwai Fong, and that's just closed down recently. This one has closed down, so it seems that they're not doing great these days. This is a local cinema famous for playing more Chinese movies, as in Chinese language movies. And over on this side of the road here, where you see all this glass and steel, this used to be a really old, large building, a residential building. I think it was called President Building. And it was, is it President Building? Because the President Theatre is over here. It was falling apart. I mean, there was literally bits of concrete falling off the building. And they've pulled it down and built something rather grand in its place. Yeah, I mean, if you look over here, you can see upstairs there's empty units. But, you know, most of the time, these places are snapped up. I mean, that's a really nice place. We could, I'm sure we could do something with that. Right on the corner. Now, Curry Bee has been there for forever. Okay. I'm going to be going in a second. I hope this video hasn't been too shaky. I'm looking at this though. Now this looks really nice. $999. A 3-axis gimbal keeps your smartphone steady for smooth video. $999. That's great. How does that even work? And could we like have a charger or something attached to that, I wonder? That looks really nice. I'm tempted. I'm very tempted. I wonder if you could put like a tripod or something on the bottom and just stand up your device. Okay, so we are now around, I'm not sure whether it's the front or the back of World Trade Center. And yeah, as you can see, a lot of boarded up places. Business as usual, they say. And you used to be able to cut through here as well. I don't know if you can still get through there. But I used to sneak through the back alleys here to get back to Paterson Street. I don't know how YouTubers record these videos for as long as they do. My arms are starting to get tired. This is also the location of a very good Pokemon gym. It's literally here. My mental map of Hong Kong is dotted with Pokestops and Pokemon gyms. Okay, here is the backside of Sogo. Lockhart Road over here is really nice. Well, it used to be. There's a lot of small shops down here and cafes and restaurants. I think some of them have closed down as well. This is when I realize that I'm running out of things to say. A lot of ring lights for all those people who are suddenly working from home and doing Zoom calls. And there's Sogo, the most famous Japanese department store in Hong Kong right now. When I think of Causeway Bay, to be honest, I think of this crossing, the crossing in front of Sogo, which now has a huge screen in front of it, and Tyson Place over here, and then you can see, I think that's Lee Gardens, so it's Lee Theatre in the distance, and then beyond that there's Times Square. So yeah, I'm gonna go offline, and thanks for watching.